Right, okay then. It's going to be making a video really on a complaint about the WWE and predominantly about Raw. Just about the fact that really you don't really need to watch the first hour of that show, because apart from the main event there's not a lot going on. So like one of their matches on WrestleMania, they got Finlay, who technically still is on SmackDown to the best of my knowledge, and JBL, who, not really sure how many people still want to see JBL. I mean, wasn't particularly impressed with him coming back to commentary. He was a good commentator on SmackDown, there's no need to bring him out to it. Mick my wrestler again, feud with Jericho was okay, but it was kind of like no one really wanted to see Jericho out to the main event, no one really wanted to see JBL off commentary, and then we ended up getting both. So yeah, not particularly impressed with this feud. Trying so much to get off the emotional attachment people got to Hornswoggle, and yet Hornswoggle hasn't been on TV in a while, and this is stuttering along, and I don't know how impressed anyone really is with it. Then we got Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels. Now, as much of a dream match as this should be, and WrestleMania should be one hell of a moment, and imagining Flair is going to retire. With Shawn Michaels beating him and them in the ring together, and the entire crowd will be going nuts, so it's going to be an amazing moment. But in the build-up to it, in this feud, I don't know how impressed I've been with how they've built this up. It's the same old thing every week, Flair saying, I don't want sympathy, I don't want this, I don't want that, and then Shawn Michaels comes out and does it anyway, interferes in the match last night, and it's like, they could be doing this better with Shawn Michaels as the, he's always looked up to Ric Flair. This is his absolute idol, and now he's got to retirement. I think the focus on this feud could be a bit more on Shawn Michaels, I think, and sort of a more personal side to this about him, more than just the overview of Flair not wanting sympathy and all this. And I can understand, why they're trying to make Flair ensure Shawn Michaels comes out and gives him everything, because Flair wants one last great match against the absolute best of Shawn Michaels. But I think when they sort of, found Shawn Michaels as the tweener, and he said, like, if you keep pushing for this match, I will end your career. I think maybe they could do more like that, and the inner conflict of Shawn Michaels over this match, I think if they could go on with that, but they're just not the kind of like half-assed with this feud. They kind of know, oh look, we know it's going to be a great match, we know it's going to be a great moment, so we don't particularly need to do anything with this. I mean, like I said, him interfering in the street fight on Raw, that was pointless. It was a pointless match to this feud, which I don't really think developed the story, unless now we get, I don't know, maybe on SmackDown or next week on Raw, Flair having a right go at HBK for interfering in this match. Then I think that was another nothing week of this feud. What else have we got then? The whole Santino Marella Maria thing. It says it all with the names involved in it. I mean, I really hope we don't end up seeing Jerry King Lawler against Santino Marella. Anything stupid like that at WrestleMania. Santino Morella's just drifting in and out and stuff now with this Maria feud, and of course they've got Bunny Mania coming up at WrestleMania as well. And that, again, they haven't even done this well. This is supposed to be there's going to be Lumberjills, or whatever they called them last year. They're going to be apparently Playboy bunnies without surrounding the ring. Could we not see some of them then, to incorporate them into this feud? I know Candice Michelle's supposed to be hurt now, but still, this has again been a poorly done feud. And if they weren't all as hot as they were, I don't know how much people would care about this feud. Which possibly is the whole point of it, but anyway. So, again, my problem with Raw is that we've got nothing going on other than the main event, and the stuff that is going on is being poorly done. Jericho's the Intercontinental Champion. He's only got that because Jeff Hardy has been suspended and needed to get the belt off Hardy before they could send him away. But it's like the Intercontinental title means nothing anymore. It's being passed around. It's like, you've got no mid-card nowadays. I mean, you go back to like 2002, 2003, when we had like Van Dam, Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas, Jericho, Christian, all these guys feuding over the Intercontinental title. You know, and like, where is it now? There is no mid-card WWE anymore. I don't know whether that's because of ECW. A lot of their mid-carders have gone there, leaving the mid-cards on Raw and SmackDown empty, meaning that we've had a US champion who's had the belt God knows how long, and Jeff Hardy has had the Intercontinental title a long time before dropping it to Jericho, purely because he's got suspended. And it's like, this is my problem. It's the lack of development to this show. It seems very, very top heavy, and other than the main event, there is nothing happening. And it's like, I think you could quite easily miss the majority of Raw, see the main event, and you'd be okay with what happened next week. You'd be able to watch it next week and not be like, whoa, what the fuck, when did that happen? Because, and the tag team division is another thing. We had Brian Kendrick and Paul London against Umaga, and Brian Kendrick, middle of the match, walks out in his tag team partner. King and Jay don't even mention it in commentary. Don't even mention it. We have to wait for William Regal to say it in that backstage thing with Triple H. It's like, how long have Cody Rhodes and Hulk Hogan been the tag team champions? And that's never really gone anywhere. You know, we had this little thing with Santino and Carlito, and that's gone away. Paul London and Brian Kendrick have been jobbing most weeks, so they haven't had much. And then, who are the other tag teams on Raw? Super Crazy and Hacksaw Jim Duggan? No, I don't think so. You know, so, remember the good old days of the Hardys against Edge and Christian, and, you know, hell, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H, and Rock and Sock, the Brothers of Destruction, the Acolytes, a strong tag team division. So, again, I don't know what the WWE is thinking as far as that goes. And it's like, it wouldn't be so bad if all this was going on and we had a great main event feud. It would still suck that there's only one really legit feud on the whole card, but that main feud is Triple H, Randy Orton, John Cena, and it's like, I don't want to see Triple H in another WrestleMania event. I know a lot of people definitely don't want to see John Cena in this main event. And they've got the Bionic Man, Randy Orton, as world champion. And I don't think even Cena's charisma is bringing enough out of Randy Orton thus far in this. I thought it was interesting as, you know, Randy Orton being a half face on the last Raw, but you just know that's only going to last 1 week. And, you know, they attacked each other after the bell anyway, you know, so that and the extra thing after Raw went off TV. So it's like, I just think character development has gone from Raw. I think it's like they're just drifting through shows now. I don't know who is in charge of it anymore, but as like I say, they are drifting through shows, and I think they seem to think as long as we do something with the main event, then it's a good show. But like, there's not a lot happening with the main event anymore. At least when you were like Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton, you know, Jeff Hardy, you hadn't seen the main event Jeff Hardy, so it was interesting as to what he was going to do every week. Now, three guys who we know all about in the main event. We've seen Triple H is stale. John Cena's been stale for a very long time. And there's no surprise. And the whole point of live TV, for me, is that you don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen on live TV, and you just don't believe that anymore with Raw. And like I said, it's lost its spark, and I think it needs the draft a lot. It really does need that draft, and to shake things up, because they are so there's a gaping hole in the roster. They got a decent main event, you know, if you want to include Jericho as a main event guy, you know, and so you got them, Jeff Hardy when he comes back, and all these guys, but then we go all the way down to the bottom. We got loads of jobbers, we got nothing in the middle. Haven't got a solid mid card. So yeah, this is just basically me having a quick go at Raw and how it is struggling for substance. And let's sort it out. It is a sitting duck for Impact in the ratings wars, because if they keep going like this, Impact eventually, maybe in a year or two, will get close to it. Anyway, this is All Bite. Going away. Cheers.